So like you guys are not based in one place or one city, right? So the question is like, how do you coordinate coordinates?
So this has always been this way. Me and Yash, when we started off and when we had our very good friend Kamal on board, the distances were even larger. Like he was based in Guwahati, Northeast. Rishabh has always been in Bangalore. Me and Yash were in Delhi since forever, and the writing process involved some couple of months or 3 months where all of us were sitting together and we were making music. But after that, when we moved to this remote working process, I think it never hindered the songwriting process that or the vision that we had in mind. So what how it happens usually is that either of us come up with something, and once we are convinced that it is good enough to get along with coordinates, we first mutually decide that yeah, this is worth it, or maybe this is shit, and then we forward that idea to the band. So that involves a lot of Google Meets, that involves a lot of back and forth on texts. But I think this remote experience has been very unique, and it also gives us a freedom, a kind of freedom and individuality to how we are shaping our ideas. When I think when I'm in my room and I'm writing a lick, uh, that's completely what's in my mind and in my heart at that time. Same goes with Yash when he is translating his emotions down to the instrument. He has no boundaries, he has no external thought that is influencing his songwriting process at that time. So when we started off, we did have this in mind that maybe we could have, if we would have been together, we could have kept jamming and more things could have come out. But I feel that this process has never hindered that, and it has given a unique touch to what we do. And FYI, the distance has just increased. Now it has gone beyond one country. Now I am based completely in Nepal, and now all four of us, Sahil, and after Sahil came along, he is now. We three were supposed to be in the same city, and Rishabh is apart. But now that I've moved back to Nepal, the distance has increased. But at the same time, the spirit is the same. The influence and how we translate our music is the same, and the workflow remains similar. So I'd say it never was negative. I'd rather say it was a positive influence on our songwriting process. And another point is that finally, when staying away for months, when we finally meet in the jam room, that experience is very special. And we'll never get bored of each other, because we get into the jam room once in 3 or 4 months when we are about to perform a show. Apart from that, we are just focused on our individual songwriting and how we incorporate that as a cohesive unit. So yeah,
I think that's spot on. That's it.
So like everyone wants to know this. What's next for coordinates?
Like the EP title suggests, Ever Dark, Never Gone. So, it's a never-ending process when it comes to our band. We're always writing. We're still writing new material. So, we're already looking forward to what's coming up next. We have some ideas going on. We're just trying to see what works best. And yeah, we have big plans that I do not want to reveal on camera right now. The plan is the plan is to just shut all the noise, focus on what's next for us. But one thing is clear, that whenever we intend to go live, it's going to be very special, and it's going to be amazing. We'll do it with our friends. Everyone's going to be there. We'll have fun, and you'll hear it from us directly. So that's the plan. When it comes to collaborations, we have a lot in mind. Yeah, I can't really say much at this point because I don't want to reveal anything. But everything that we do is international, especially now that Surbit is based in Nepal. So yeah, it could be possible because we take inspiration from everywhere. Our music is not just bound within the confines of our own country, but it's inspired from the Western culture as well. So yeah, anything can happen. I can't really tell you that. I'll tell you after the show.
So you guys opened for Tesseract. Like, how does it feel to be inspired by a band and like taking so much inspiration from them, from their records, forming your own sound on top of their inspiration, and actually opening up for them at a festival. Like, did you get a chance to meet them in the green room? How was the whole experience?
I think it is a big milestone for us and any band. When you've been listening to and getting inspired by an artist for so long, and then finally getting to meet them and then share the stage with them. I think that's personally for me that's very emotional, and yeah, it was huge meeting them, them giving us their time of the day, speaking about our band. And then I remember a moment from that day when we were playing. The nerves were high, the energy was really high. We had friends, we had family in the room. The room was packed. So many. I don't think I've seen so many people in a big room in Delhi. And I remember we were playing Featherweight. The song was still unreleased back then, so we were playing that heavy section from Featherweight, and I just had a look at the side stage, and I could see James from Tesseract recording us and nodding his head. That was like he was appreciating us, and I think that was all the validation that I needed on stage. That gave me so much more confidence. And when the next songs came, when we played the next songs on stage, they were obviously very heavy. And yeah, I think that really drove me personally on stage. And if I talk about the whole situation, that's been a big moment for our band, and to this day that drives us to continue making music.
I think it's almost mutual. Another special point that I wanted to talk about is that, so this was actually my third time watching Tesseract. Back in 2019, I had already watched them twice, once in Mumbai and once in Guwahati in a 7-weekender. And I already had that, emotional moment when I saw them first time. I had tears in my eyes when they played Sonder, the new album. And it was like a very moving kind of experience for me, because two bands I really loved, Carnival and Tesseract, I saw them for the first time together. And then cut to when we opened for them, I got a moment with Dan in the green room. And so when I saw them for the second time, Bohemian had got them to Mumbai, and they had also hosted a meet and greet contest. So at that time I was traveling from Nepal, and I had mentioned that in the comments, and that somehow made me win the meet and greet contest, and I got to chill with Tesseract for 10-15 minutes. I had like personal photos and really good conversation with them. And when we finally opened for them, I got that moment with Dan where I could share that pictures with him again. I showed him those pictures, I shared that moment, and I told him that this is where I was, how I was, and now here I'm getting to share the stage with you and open for you. I don't think anything bigger can happen for me as a musician who was always inspired by that band, that vocalist. So that, I think that is one of the best feelings in my life. From a fan to someone who shared the stage with him, obviously still a big fan, and getting to share the stage with him was insane.
I'll tell you another story about it's a full circle story for me. So I think the first time that Tesseract came to India was in NH7 Meghalaya. Even before the lineup was announced, I had bought the tickets. Then Tesseract, Intervals, Carnival, everything gets announced. Then Opeth gets announced in Pune. And I knew I couldn't go to two cities because I was working. I just started with my first job. So I knew that I couldn't go to both places. I had to make a choice. I made a choice to go to Pune. And these guys, got to see Tesseract. I was so jealous. But yeah, that was the situation at that time. The second time that they came was in Mumbai. I couldn't go because of work commitments. But the third time that they came was finally the time that I could see them live. But it was also the time when we shared the stage. So it was a huge moment for me. But after the show, when we met Dan, I couldn't say a word. But this guy actually told Dan about the story, and he gave me a big hug. So that was really special.
So guys, that was Coordinates. Thank you so much for doing this, man.
Thank you so much, Apoor.
Chalo. Now we're gonna go for beers or something.